Guys, I'm still out here in the garden, and what I'm finna do now is pull these little plants over here that's flowering. I got rid of everything else just about that was flowering. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. I know it has overgrown this spot. Um, these were my blue collards. I am gonna take the leaves off of them, but I'm just gonna pull them and get them out of this soil. I'm pretty sure it's gonna take most of the dirt. I'm gonna try my best to leave most of the dirt in here. Kind of beat it off. It do have some onions in here as well. I'm gonna leave those. If I miss and pull any up with this, then I will plant them back down if possible. The onion's doing real good over here. Okay, and that's a blue collard, done already flowered. Yeah, I know we could save these seeds, and I'm not even finna tell nobody I'm finna do it because I already know I'm not. Do it make sense to save them and have seeds? Yeah, but I don't have a place to keep all this stuff and let it dry and all this. I don't have a place for that besides just letting it lay out here. And I do have 3 buckets that I compost in, so I could take that and dump it in one of the buckets, especially after I fertilize today, because I am going to fertilize this garden, especially the greens like the cabbages and stuff. Y'all, I see a beautiful red strawberry. Oh, so pretty. So these leaves are still good. You know, I know they said sometimes when things go to seed, the leaves will be a little bitter. It may be, but I'll just do like my parents used to do. Stick a little sugar in it. They used to put a little pinch of sugar in the greens. And that might be why. You know, ooh, this soil is dry. Honey, it rained last night. And when I say it rained last night, I mean it rained. But do you see this soil? Look at it. Like no water hit it. That's why you cannot say, oh, it rained, so I don't need the water. Yes, you do. You better come out here and check it, because you need the water. I need to water this garden, even though I watered 2 days ago. It rained so much last night, and I know they say it's supposed to rain again later. But honey, as hard as it rained last night, if it didn't hit this garden, if it didn't hit over here, I can't trust that the water that's coming now gonna hit it. This is my rosemary. I started this rosemary from one little stick, and it's been growing ever since. And if it decide like it want to kind of take over this bed, probably not. I'm going to probably cut it at some places down here so it won't, because I know rosemary will get to be big. Really, from where I seen some rosemary plants in some people yard around here, like my daughter's neighbor, she gardens, and her rosemary seemed to be as big as the container that she has it in, which is a big, tall, raised bed. It has pretty much taken over that bed, which I think she's allowed it to do it, like I allowed my lemon balm to take over as well. I allowed the lemon balm to take over the tier that is in the green stalk tower. I'm pulling off these little dead leaves. That's what I was doing. But I'm going to harvest the leaves off of that. I just want to free this space up. Not sure what I will put here, but I will drop some amendments in here. And I think I have some around here still in a bucket from yesterday. Sorry, guys. In this bucket, I had, because I did my zucchini area, my yellow crooked squash. That's what I had. And I mixed up all my stuff, all my amendments, and I mixed up what I had in the house inside of my countertop composter. So that the food scraps is in here too as well. And I put it in a dry place last night. And it rained last night now. I only had this sitting up under a chair out here. I only had it sitting up under a chair. No. Okay, it could be a little moist. It ain't nothing. It could be a little damp. But I'm going to just put this on over here and let it break down. It still has some whole pieces of food in here, which was fine. But I'm going to mix that on in so this area will be amended. But I'm going to hit this with some nitrogen. Well, some 511. And I'm going to use the water in one of my buckets where I keep all my old flowers and stuff. I took that stuff out, but I need to dump a bucket. So I think if I water the whole garden, one bucket will be empty because I want to make some banana water for my fruit trees. They don't need a bunch of nitrogen. I don't need a bunch of leaves on them. Like the mulberry tree needs to be fertilized, but the mulberry tree don't really need nitrogen. This is the mulberry tree down here. Excuse me, guys. This is my mulberry tree right here. I haven't done anything to them. I haven't put any fertilizer in their soil. I haven't done anything to them since last season. During the winter, they got a little fertilizer when my husband fertilized. That's it. So, and they got leaves like this, so they don't need any nitrogen to push out leaves. I need something in there that's gonna make those berries pop. And even without me putting stuff in, they're still getting teeny tiny berries. Let me turn you around. I can show you a lot better. Let me show you. It's still starting to get mulberries. I don't know if y'all can see that. They're still getting mulberries in here. And I haven't even fertilized them. So if I took my time out and fertilized, this garden like I should be doing, that thing will be massive. It will give me a great production because what it's doing now, it's doing on its own. Just from the natural rainwater, which I have watered them too. But that's about all they have gotten from me. They hadn't gotten any fertilizer. So I really want me some potassium to put in there, and I want some baritone, stuff like that is what I want to put in there. And I may run and get some of that, but I want something liquid, and I want something that's going to break down over time. I think the 10-10-10 that I already have, and I have such a huge bag, and honestly I don't even know where I got that bag from. I'm thinking somebody gave it to me or it was already out here in the garden, because I honestly don't even remember buying that. Now I remember buying the citrus, but I don't remember buying the 10-10-10. So that could have been something that was just out here, but I have been using it, and I'm gonna use it more because it has that 10-10-10. Y'all know what those numbers stand for, child. Y'all know potassium, something else. But I ain't worried about what it stands for right now. I know nitrogen, potassium, something else. I can't remember it. I just know it's good for the garden, and that's the most important part. But I have this taken care of, this little area here, and I'm gonna fertilize the rest with some 5-11, and I'm gonna use one of my water buckets of things that I have. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna drop seeds. That's what I came to pull those out, and I'm gonna drop some seeds. This the chair that I had this under, and honey, not a stitch of water fell into that bucket. And it rained so hard last night. It rained so hard. I was like, ooh, the rain, but I don't stop getting excited now. As I garden and learn, I don't stop getting excited when it rains. I'm happy, but I do know if it don't rain 3 or 4 days, I need the water. And I got my little seed covers. Oh, sound like some seeds is in this thing right here. But I'm coming over here to the tower, to my, and there's so much space since I took that, the trellis down that the grapevine was on. I'm gonna open this up because I don't know why seeds in it. I know why they in there. I put them in there, obviously. Obviously, I did it. Didn't know. Oh, some chicory, some sage. From me planting before. Some sage, stuff I need. Some cheveril, I think that's called. What I was looking for. Some chives that I knew I had, but I couldn't find them, so I bought some. And that's something else I need to get in the soil today too, my chives. And I'm going to put them right on in. I think I might put one over here in the herb tower as well. Y'all hold on. Okay, I am back. I'm loosened up the soil and everything off camera, and did my labels and everything off camera. And this one is fenugreek. The tag is already in there from last time. It didn't germinate, so maybe I planted at the wrong time, because y'all know I said I like to experiment with some stuff, and these herbs are something I feel like I can experiment with, so I do. So I'm going to put some of that in there. That's that fenugreek. I'm gonna try to stand where you all can see me. Put you right here. And that way I know you can see every time I'm touching a pocket, and I'll get on the other side. Yeah. So I put fenugreek right here. I got my little handy dandy spray bottle. We're gonna go ahead and spray it on in. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on one of the little huts. I bought a lot of these things because they had a good sale, and I thought about what if I wanted to put one on every single pocket of the tallest tower that I had, which was a 7 tier because of the Strawberry Tower. I think was a 7 tier. Most things are either was a 6 tier. I know it's about 42 pockets. So that when I purchased, that's what I purchased in mine with. Right here, I have some chicory. Woo! Oh, y'all, we like the lost year. The wind came, a gust of wind came. But I have some chicory here. I'm going to put that in here. That didn't work for me the last time. And it might have been around the time when I was planting. Might have been not the time for it. So we're going to try now. And you can see these seeds. I'm going to put those in here. Pat them in just a little bit. Wet them in. Just something that's getting on my patience right here. This pole. I'm going to take it up and just lay it down right here like I did the other pole that I pulled up. And then I'll fill that hole in with something. I'll fill it in. I don't really have to worry about nobody stepping in it but me. So, okay, and then I'm going to put my little thing on it. Put the little pop-up tent on it. The little greens, little pop-up tent. Try to keep these birds from over here, honey, because they will try to get in there and dig up your little stuff. And I did, last night, I did come out and put my Cuban oregano in one of the plants anyway. Let's see if I have an empty one around the top, because I have some nasturtium here, and I want those to grow from the top. Pretty big seeds, something that a bird can find, so I'm going to push them down a little bit. They're not as small as these other seeds, so they could get a little down in the dirt. Not too far down, but they could get down some in the dirt. Oh, I had another one in my hand, so. Let these in. I have to use a good little bit of water on these. And I'm soaking these down a lot because I had to push them a little further down, and I want them to feel the moisture. Okay. Have my little tag made up so I know what it is. Put my little greenhouse on it. And this is chamomile. I couldn't find the chamomile, so I don't know where that's at. So we're going to move on to the next one. Now I'm going to save that spot for the chamomile because I know I got it around here somewhere. So I got a spot here. Let me see what else I have over here. And this my chive. I'm going to put one down here. And I'm going to put the other one somewhere else. So if this one don't make it or if something get this one, it won't get both of them. And I'm not going to put a little thing on here. And I'm going to put this back in here with the tag that it came with. I will squirt some water around in here though for it. And these, the ones that are, the seedlings that are doing pretty good, I will fertilize those as well. Okay. I think that is all the pockets. I'm saving that one for chamomile because I know I have chamomile. Okay, I got one right here. I can put something right here. What do I want to put there? What I want to put there? Okay, because I did put some nasturtium up here. Um, I could do some sage. I could do some sage right there. So they're just teeny tiny balls. And I'm going to just sprinkle them around in here. Pat them down a little bit into the soil. That is it. That is all. Wet them in real good. Okay. And I need to open up another little pack of a little greenhouse. Now these little things came in handy. And I always overbuy. You know, a lot of times people think that's not a good thing. Because at that moment, I never feel like, oh, you know, I'm going to need it. But it has not failed me. That's one thing the Lord gave me is overbuying, over preparing this. And it has not failed me yet. It has not failed me yet. I always end up needing the things that I overbuy. So, and that's the spot for the chamomile. Whenever I find those seeds, I know they're in the house somewhere. Okay. So everything, every pocket has something. I believe I have finally planted out my herb tower. My herbal tower, yes. We gonna see. It's something else coming up in here with this thing. I think this is a calendula because I planted calendula all the way around. But this one is coming up. It's just going to come up with it because I'm not pulling it out right now. And I'm definitely not pulling out my lavender. So and this is something. I'm not sure what this is. But I do know this is something. It's not a weed. It's just something that done came up. And I took the tag off of it. I kind of want to say I think this is catnip. But I'm not sure because I planted some catnip. But I thought I planted catnip to the top, so this wouldn't be catnip. But I don't know what that is. But I'm going to let it stay because it's flourishing. It made it through the cold. Oh, y'all, my nose. But I'm not going in. I got stuff out here I want to get done. So I did get the, you'll see in another video, probably see it in the video before this one, where I got what I'm doing in the garden this week. And I got those, I took the trellis down, as you can see, because I just pulled this post down. I took that trellis down, and I got it over there in the berry mountain with the blackberries. I did that, and I finally planted this out. I planted out the rustic red and the beautiful black tower with some bush beans. Every pocket over there that didn't have an onion in it or a piece of kale, I put 2 or 3 beans in it for the bush beans. So that whole tower is completely planted out. I got that done. And this black will always be my herbal tower. I took 2 towers off to put it in over here. Y'all see how this dill is growing? I think I need to harvest some of this dill, child. It's 3 or 4 pieces because I dropped like 4 or 5 seeds. All of them germinated. And when I buy it from the store, dead in a week. It'll be dead. Don't even be acting like it want to grow. As soon as I get it, it'll be dead. So that is all my little things over here. And I had put those seeds in that little thing and I didn't even realize that's where they was. But I want to plant my Aunt Molly right here. And I had already did this soil because I had that cabbage in there. So I did come fertilize. It has some onions in here. I'm not taking them out. She better grow right in here with them. I did get good from this last year. I planted it ahead of time. I had it in a little cup and I set it out. It grew in that one down there where I have the things at. Honey, these seeds are so tiny. Oh my Lord. Oh my word. They are so tiny. Can you see those? They are so tiny. But I had good germination last year, but it got so hot. So I'm gonna put a good few down. I'll be just dropping seeds, honey. Sometimes I think I get a little carried away with it, but I'll be all right. I'm just press them in here a little bit. And if they gonna grow, they gonna grow, and that's it. That's all to it. If they gonna grow, they gonna grow. I'm gonna turn that sign that way because I'm in the back part of the garden. And it's windy. That air has changed. The air has changed. The temp has shifted. That's what I meant to say. That when I say the air change, that means that temperature has shifted. And I know we're supposed to be getting some rain. It may beat my time, but I did get a lot done in this garden today. I did. And I may just throw, because it do look like it's gonna rain. I don't want the rain too much washing out all of my seeds in here, because this is very open now. It's very open. The trellis is no longer up here. It's very open now. And I'm gonna pull this other pole up. It's not hard because, like I say, nothing is permanent here. But I'm gonna fill these holes in, baby, because I don't want no surprises. I don't want nothing thinking they got a place to live, because they do not. They do not. So I'm gonna fill that hole up with something. I don't care if it's leaves or dirt. Probably dirt, because it'll be more permanent if I put some dirt in this hole. And I may just get some of this dirt right out of here and drop in those holes. That's probably right in this bucket. That's probably what I'm gonna do. But guys, that's what I've done with those seeds. I planted out that whole tower. It looks good with them little white tents up on it. Let me know that, you know, I got every pocket covered. I do have some more tomatoes on the table and my okra, so I'm gonna try to get that in the ground. I'm gonna try to get that in some soil. I have a grow bag over there I could use. I have 2 grow bags I see that I could use, and I'm gonna get my okras in it. I may end up dumping what I'm using for my compost into something else and using those for my okra. Last year I grew okra in these little small wooden raised beds. I had okra in that my first year. They did absolutely well in those. Last year I had them in a little barrel thing. But you know, every year is something different. And I have this towel. I have this not a towel. I have this other I don't know if you can see the trellis back here that I had for the quail coop. That was the frame for the old quail coop. Well, I'm not going to get rid of it, but I'm trying to figure out what can I use it for now, or would I even use it this season. You know, I thought about putting it over the walkway. I thought about putting it over the walkway right here. You know how I made my little path, but I know my apple tree is going to grow, and I can move the apple trees around and have that trellis there. I might try it, and then those pots that's on the side here, use those to hold up the trellis. That's all I did. Never do anything that's going to be permanent. That's why I was able to use it for the quail coop. That's why I was able to take it down from the quail coop, because the quail coop was just holes in the ground. It wasn't any cement. That's why we were able to move it the way we did, and I'm glad that's the way that we went. And it was easier for me and my husband to get it up and put down what we wanted. Well, okay guys, this video is at 27 minutes. That's quite long, but we did get a lot done in this video. We have got a lot done this morning in the garden, but I will see you guys in this garden later.